How's it going?
Crazy.
Yeah.
You?
A little bit, Matt. So, this is one side. And I thought, again, I'm not on this all the time, right? I'm like doing other things.
Right.
But I thought like it would just be a shift, and maybe it is, but it just didn't feel like it was laying right. Let me show you this one. This one seems like it's kind of weird here, and it's a little there. And I don't remember exactly where you had it, because like I looked at it, I brought the car home. I only drove once, half an hour one way, half an hour back, pretty bumpy ride.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that
I do remember this side fit.
I don't remember it being like that. You know?
Yeah. I think it was tucked in more.
I don't know what adjustments might have come loose or not.
And which one rolls down?
The middle two. What's up? Well, that's fucking weird. It's loose. I could move it in there. You know?
Yeah, I know.
But,
Oops. These regulators do have a lot of play on them. Not this one's more. I think because I worked on this door more, so it might have. Look, like where plastic guides are. Here's where this one fit. Like that one sinks in on the front.
Right.
This one sinks outwards.
Okay. Well, at least I feel better that it wasn't like something.
It's not no catastrophic stuff.
Yeah, and not like, duh, you should have just done this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, since I just remember it being pretty even when we left.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't feel right. So
I do know, like that door. I think both of them, they go up and down perfect with the doors. You just unpop it, because right here in the back, like this top makes it super tight. So when you have the door closed,
right,
so you just kind of already want to go inside of it.
right. Oh, I see.
Wrong.
What you're saying.
Yeah. It will. This puts so much pressure on it once it drag it down. But
Yeah, I can
if
see
you
it. Still finding it pressing.
pop it, it goes right where it wants to go.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the only bad thing. If you're driving, you want to open your window, you might just have to pull over, pop it, pull it up. And all you gotta do is just kick that first latch and jump
Well,
right.
do you think this is okay on this side then?
It's up. I mean, I can't move the top unless you can get the top to go in, because this door glass is as far out as I can get it.
Right.
It's just if the top was in right here.
But just to double check, are you saying what I was observing with this down was because I did it while it was closed?
Well, closed, yeah. So doors closed.
And do you think this one is getting more exercised and loose because of that?
It might.
So I gotta kind of watch that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you take that little bit of pressure off,
Right.
it goes exactly where it's supposed to go.
Huh.
How was it driving at home? Was there like a lot of wind noise or anything?
No, and it's I mean there's gaps here.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me at all.
Damn loud, you probably can't hear it.
Yeah, and I usually drive with earplugs because I have sensitive hearing, and so I took them out on the way home, and I mean,
That's cool.
it was fine, I mean, it was still loud, don't get me wrong, but it was okay. What I don't want to do is stick that stuff on with 3M tape,
I have to take that off.
and this is like not correct, and so, and
That's for the outside, right?
it's actually for the inside.
Inside,
Yeah, we decided to like, you know what, we're gonna leave this how it is.
Yeah, it looks good. It
Yeah.
looks decent to me.
Yeah, and just pop it on the inside. So that's what I was worried about. And literally the second I put that on the car, done, over, walk away.
Yeah. Put the panels on and cruise it.
Exactly. And I'm one of those people, like, I just can't move forward.
And then go back.
Yeah, like,
I
just gotta be done with it, you know.
And that's what I said, man, I freaking. And that's why I came up with this seal. That was the skinniest thing I could fit with
Right.
the Mustang seal, because the stuff that was on there, I mean, you close it and that door would just go, the whole glass would just pop out like an inch past the roof line.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, man, you're gonna drive down the road and this thing just
Right.
suck right out on you.
Right.
So I got that, and that fiber the roof is, it's just like the first 2 inches needs to be just pushed back, but it's fiberglass.
Yeah,
That's not
it was
gonna
metal,
happen.
you could
Metal,
just have
bang,
it.
that's
Yeah,
what
exactly. Okay.
Like, I mean, unless you can loosen these bolts, which makes sense, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and squeeze that top together and tighten them. So maybe it'll flex a little bit.
There's some history with that bolt.
I remember you told me it was a pain in the ass.
I spun a rib nut in there. And I had to, literally, there's a video of me, and I'm in the car with a bed sheet and like a full face mask, and I had to like cut the bolt out. It's already fully leathered and everything. I had to put like cut a 32 ounce, cup in half and put it on there to protect the leather as I was like cutting through, and I mean, it was a nightmare. And I had to take the whole car apart because...
And that's with the top on because it's spun with the bolt in it, right?
Yeah. So I had to take the dash out. I had to take all the air vents out. There's 4 bolts out front. Then I had to take all that off. Finally got this off. Okay, that's great. Then I had to take the seat out. Then I had to take the waterfall, which is behind the seat, but the waterfall has the roll bar going through it. So I had to take that out and that at the same time. All the seat belts. Dude, I was besides myself. And luckily my neighbor came walking up and he's like...
He sees you all contorted?
Yeah, he sees me just sitting there like, whatever, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I can't... He's like, well, where do we start, Jim?
Yeah.
And like, if it wasn't for him...
You're like, help me out of the car first. Pull my legs.
So maybe we're saying this door might be fine,
I'd say this one's good.
and maybe the other one we need to tweak?
Yeah, that one definitely needs to...
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I was just like dumbfounded when all of a sudden you're like, there it is. I'm like, what?
Just if you just right there,
Yeah.
roll it up,
Okay.
boom, bam.
All right.
That side, this like fits good on the front. You can see like on this one, this rubber sticks past the roof line,
Yeah.
and on that one,
Oh, you're saying it's just how the mold is?
yeah, it's just the roof.
Yeah.
This one on the back, it's kind of even all the way around. Same
Right.
exact rubber,
Right.
just the depth of this part is different from side to side.
Okay.
But yeah, you just need to bring the top or back down. That way it doesn't catch this drag in there.
Okay.
I'll try to get that handle a little bit better somehow.
Yeah.
The regulars actually have a lot of adjustments, so when you look at them, with the bars, they have tons of adjustment this way and in and out, so I'll mess with it.
I had to put some massive shims in the bottom to get those like, to sway in,
so
you know what I mean?
The right angle, exactly.
And but like this is not my forte, is this part of it. We'll just put it to that. Like
It's
you
really-
can tell I'm a perfectionist, but like
No, honestly, this is the first coupe I've put door glasses in, so.
okay.
But overall, it's still
And
pretty
what-
good for 2 rookies.
Yeah, and what pissed me off was, I did everything by the book and cut the, the doors and all this stuff. And, everybody, do I have them here? Let me see if they're here. Yeah. This is what they gave me. Can you imagine?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a big hunk of that's way too thick, way too, I've done, I know
There you
it's
go.
raw and stuff, but no, this doesn't fit the car.
Keys before I walk over.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, and everybody's like, oh, well, you should have done this. And I'm like, let's follow the directions. I don't know.
I mean, that looks clean to me. Super clean. And then
Yeah,
you put
yeah.
the stainless on the inside.
Yep. So I will say, with the side glass in, this car looks really, really badass. It's just that extra blacked out kind of look that just really seals the deal, basically. So we got the windows all dialed in. My buddy came back and tweaked them out. Everything looks good. And this one's looking pretty good. So, you know, there is things like, if you come here, you know, you could see a little bit of the edge of the window is not tucked in. It is tucked in, like it's sealed. But what we did is we actually even tweaked the door a little bit more, you know, where you have to take the door and you have to like put it under pressure, then retighten the bolts. And we got that to lay in a little bit more. So it's kind of cool because he didn't know about that. And so he was doing his thing. And I'm like, well, we could torque the door. And so did my thing. And kind of between the both of us, we kind of got everything dialed in. So what is left is sitting right before us. This piece that we were having issues with, man, it just looks perfect now. So it melded into each other. Everything looks great. And we're going to pop this open and see what we could do to get these pieces in. All right, so we got our trim in. It's this side is pretty flat and doing okay, and the rubber at the back end's holding that down. I'm just gonna come out maybe every hour, check that this is solid. This side, there was a little bit of a tweak to it, and I tried bending it, you know, freehand, but put some clamps on there, and hopefully that will keep this down, but it seems to be holding pretty well. I forgot what the official cure time of the tape is, but I think we're looking at no more than 3 days, maybe 8 hours to 3 days. We'll have to look it up, somewhere in that range. I don't remember. But I've got a little piece here that it's really hard to, the rubber pushing down here, that might help. Now that that's done, when my buddy was over here, we tweaked all the doors, made sure that they were like super tight. The windows were all locked in. So at this point, once these are on, I need to put the door trim back on the upholstery. And then really the only thing I have to do is there's a little carpet kick panel here that I purposely was kind of like waiting until the door strike to adjust it for the doors. And so I was keeping those open. And now that I feel that we're pretty good, I might put them back on there. And you know what? I might do it with like Velcro or something, because if you ever need to get back in there, last thing you want to do is, you know, go back in there and have to rip apart, you know, silicone and glue and all that kind of stuff. So I might Velcro these two things.
we go again.